1077 GNA, Albany's #1 for New Country. Like 8 or 10 years ago, if somebody asked me about like an intuitive medium or like a psychic medium, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like enough with it.
Brian was a skeptic.
Such a skeptic. But now, I mean, I do believe that we all kind of have some ability. And if we all have some ability, then some people would have a lot of ability. Over the years, we've had intuitive medium. Deborah, she's phenomenal.
Right.
Well, I want to introduce you guys to Drew Cali, who this is what you do. You're an intuitive medium. You're a psychic.
Yep.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm really well.
Good.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah, and get right up into the mic because...
Yeah, can you hear me?
Absolutely. So you've got an event in a gallery coming up on Sunday, and we'll tell everybody about it. We'll actually give away tickets. But you're somebody who your path to where you are now is like crazy.
Yeah, your story is fascinating.
Your story is fascinating.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I guess we can start, but you were in the military. You served in the Army. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you were overseas in Iraq and the whole thing. You came back here and you sort of discovered that you had this ability, right?
Yeah.
But had you always known?
I knew that I was different when I was younger. I knew that I was really sensitive, I guess, but it's not like I was a kid seeing spirits walk around, no.
Right.
I think,
but how do you mean, like, what's different?
I just was so sensitive. I just now, in hindsight, I just remember, and even at the time, I could walk into a room and I could literally feel energy.
Yeah.
And I could feel certain people were in a bad way, and I'd be gravitating towards them. Or, I just understood feelings in a way that I thought everybody did.
So how did that morph into you now can contact dead people?
Yeah, crazy.
Right, because that's a big transition.
Like
because I can walk into a room and be like, I don't belong here. That doesn't
that
mean
person is angry. Like, I know that. Do not talk to them.
They don't want me here, but I'll never be like, hey, dude, I'm talking to your Uncle Lewis right now. And
He says, calm down.
He's jumping all over the place. So that is and I don't want to, because I want you to do readings for our listeners.
Sure.
Which you've never done on the radio before.
Not live radio, just
it's foolproof.
Yeah.
It's foolproof because,
That'll be fine.
And here's the deal: even if it's quote unquote wrong, which it isn't, it's usually on them. They're not processing the information that you're giving to them.
I get that a lot.
Right, we'll get texts and emails later on that'll be like, when he said that, I should have said yes.
It happens all the time. I'll get people, and then they're so focused on the one person they want to hear from, or they need to hear it the way they want to hear it. They can't hear it the way that I'm getting it.
You're the last person who I would think is an intuitive medium. You look like a boxer.
I am.
You look like Dana White, actually. You look like Dana White.
I grew up in a totally different mindset. When I was 22, I remember having an experience with somebody. We were drinking beers, and I started telling her about her father, and that there was like a green lockbox in the garage, and it was just so weird. It was coming through me, not from me.
Yeah.
So she ended up crying, and I just was freaked out by it. I didn't even remember until I was in my 30s when this happened, when this whole experience happened. And
so that was a moment. That was a moment where you were so in tuned, and it was so emotional for her. You're like, there's something that I can tap into.
It was just like this warm, fuzzy feeling that came over me. And it was probably just around the time when John Edward was coming out.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like. Now, I did a group reading for like a PTA meeting in Bergen County, New Jersey, 6 months ago. When I was growing up, you would never have a medium,
Right.
So it's much more mainstream now. But for me, this was never on my radar. This was not, what I remember calling my dad and being like, listen, this is what's going on.
Wow.
And he's like, what is it? I'm like, I got to tell you something. He's like, what is it? I'm like, just hear me out a sec. I'm like, remember when I was sensitive when I was a kid? I'm like, well, listen, I'm a psychic and I'm a medium. And he's like, well, you wouldn't make that up.
Right. Yeah, this is great. Right. What a story. All right, so we're with Drew Cali, and the event on Sunday from 4 to 7 is happening at Clifton Park. It's at the Hilton Garden Inn. It's called Mediumship, Messages, and Meditation, and membership has its privileges. All right, so do you want to read? How about we read 2 to 3 GNA listeners right now?
Sure.
All right, 518-476-1077. Now, and when I say read, you connect with he's having a hard time here. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Now, are you able? So, do you connect with dead people, or do you?
That's what I do.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I took the name psychic out of my name, the word psychic, because it started drawing unusual questions. So what I like to do is connect with the spirit world, and then through them, they will give me information about the person that I'm reading.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll pick up an impression right away from somebody coming in. It just depends.
It's
on
hard
the
on
need.
the phone too.
Yeah, it depends on the need, but I like to try to connect with somebody if I can.
All right, and how do you want me to set this up? Because we've never done this with you. We've done it with other.
What information do you want from them?
Do you want to know
Just
who they want to
name?
connect with? Yeah. or a name?
I guess who they want to connect with, they can give me the relationship, like my dad, or if it's not family, they can give me a name.
Okay. Well, this is fascinating to me. That they said, okay, Drew's going to come in. He's got an event coming up on Sunday up in Clifton Park, Hilton Garden Inn. Can you just talk about the event? I'm like, well, he's here. Like, you're a medium. Like, let's see what you got. Right?
Medium it up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's like ham it up,
can
right?
I make that? I said medium it up. Can you verb that? Medium
let's
it up
met
over
it
there.
up, yo. So we've got some listeners on hold, and I mean, listen, this is what you do, and I feel like you're comfortable enough because it's not easy doing it over the phone.
No, it's always a little different.
Right?
Phone, yeah.
Now the event, by the way, it's a gallery open to people to come, and if you want to get tickets, what is the website for people to get tickets on Sunday?
It's drewcali.com, DREWCALI.com.
Okay.
And you can find it on the events page.
All right, now I'm going to have you just get into the microphone just a little bit more.
We want to hear everything you're saying.
Better?
It is better.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to start with Jason in Clifton Park. Good morning, Jason. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Okay, and Drew, Jason wanted to see if you could connect with his father.
Okay. Hey, Jason, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Good. So as I connect, just do me a favor and stay open, because sometimes I will connect with somebody else that we're not thinking of. It's not always up to me, okay?
You got it.
All right, so let's see. So do you understand the chest condition with Dad?
Yes.
Okay. So as I'm connecting with Dad, I just feel, and also I feel like there's a special bond with you, but I feel like you didn't get it. You didn't get enough time at the end, or you didn't get to be there at the very end. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I just feel like with him that it's just really important that you understand that there's nothing left unsaid. And I just keep hearing like, you are my son. You are my son. I just feel a real pride here with him. It's really important that you understand that, because I just feel like whatever this guilt is, it's like he doesn't want anything to do with that. He doesn't want you to remember him with that. Do you understand?
I do.
Can I just interrupt for a second? Jason, can you, and I know that this kind of takes some of it out of it, but can you expand on some of that stuff with the chest and some of the maybe not having an opportunity to say goodbye?
My father was, he never said he loved you very much. He was very distant, but, and I worked a lot, 2 or 3 jobs. I had to, and I didn't see him in his last few days. It was actually his last few months. He was really, really sick.
Right.
And the whole proud thing is for sure, because he was always proud of me. I followed his footsteps. I did a lot of woodworking. I redid a lot of things in my home, and he would come over, and he was very impressed. And it's the stuff that he used to do.
Was the chest part, because you said yes, was he?
Yeah, he had 2 massive heart attacks when he was in his 40s. He died at 75, but he had major congestive heart failure before he passed away.
What is that like? I mean, it's crazy to make this phone call and to have somebody who says they're connecting with your father. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel, good. There's been a lot of things going on in my home, actually, lately that has been very confusing with me. And there's something in my home, some entity of some sort that's reaching out to me and making things really strange for me. That I know.
So what I always say about that is that almost always when I've gone and done house clearings and things like that, almost always it's our relatives trying to get noticed. It may come off as mischievous. I've had it happen a lot. And if you just stay calm, don't get fearful of it. For the most part, I always feel like it's from a place of love. I truly, truly do.
Jason, thank you for the phone call. Well, Drew, that was a hit.
That was awesome.
We have time we can do one more, and then you can hang out with Drew on Sunday at his gallery, and maybe he'll read you. You don't get to read everybody at the gallery, right?
No,
I know.
I do as many as I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
This is Sam in Amsterdam. Good morning, Sam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. And who did you want to connect with?
My dad.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, again, I just said this to the previous caller. Just be open that I might connect with someone else who we're not thinking of or I'm not focused on. It's not always up to me, okay?
Right.
Okay. So we want to connect with Dad, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I also now I just want to make sure I'm with him. Do you understand that he passed away in the hospital?
Yes.
Okay. So, and do you understand the J or the John?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just keep feeling with him that, and it's funny. It's like
wait a second. I'm sorry. I don't want to do. Who's the J or the John?
His name was Jay. Jason.
Oh my gosh! I mean, like we need to know that. Like you're over there, Drew. You're like, of course it is. But like
You know it, but we don't know it.
I'm sorry. I'm so used to like reading fast, and I'm on the radio. I want to try to stay connected. And
well, you've obviously got it. Yeah. So I'll shut up for 30 seconds. I'll shut up for a whole 30.
Wow. So you also understand with Jay that it's like he keeps making me feel like work was very important. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And are you the one that has 2 kids?
No.
Okay. He keeps talking about the 2 kids. Are there 2 of you?
No, there's 2 of my cousins.
Okay. So maybe that's what I'm picking up on, but I just keep hearing about
Yeah, he was very close with them.
Okay, perfect. Fine. That's fine. And you also understand it's like he just keeps giving me this thing. It's almost like, thank God for your mother. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Like, it's almost like, I don't know how to explain it, but also in some ways you're a daddy's girl. You get that?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like it's like he just keeps making me feel like you looked at him like a hero, and that just melted him. And I know that with him, there's definitely a man's man in him. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. So just know, I just feel like I know he's in your thoughts a lot. I just want you to know he just keeps making me feel like there's so much love here, and that I know that he had a hard time communicating it sometimes, but I feel like it's just the way he was, and he just wants you to know how much he loves you.
Sam, does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
How did that blow you away that he got the J, that he said Jay?
It all just blew me away a little bit.
All right, Sam. Well, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
It's Drew Cali, everybody. Going back to Cali. Should be your theme song. You look like Dana White. I feel like we should be talking about MMA.
I used to do it. Yeah.
Well, you did fantastic.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
so the
you
event,
much.
let's give away some tickets too. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do tickets for Rhonda because she's on line 3. She's been holding. We didn't get to her on the air. We'll give her tickets for your event on Sunday.
That'd be great.
And it starts at 4 o'clock. I'm sorry? 2 tickets?
2 tickets.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure, we'll do 2. And it's called Mediumship, Messages, and Meditation. And it's in Clifton Park. It's at the Clifton Park Hilton Garden Inn, drewcali.com.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you come out. And you can pre-register for $50 or you can come to the door for $60.
And you're good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I wouldn't say it. Like I'd be like, well, write it down and it'll come. You'll figure it out later.
You send us an email.
But you hit 2 out of the park. Thanks, Drew. Good luck with the event on Sunday.
Thank you so much.